we have a question here that says, find the 10th term, find the 10th term of an AP. Simple, right? Simple, right? Now, so how do we go about this? So, our solution. Don't forget, I told you earlier that you have to put out, oh sorry, it's not complete, of an AP 3, 5, 7, 9, and the likes. So, how do you go about it? The first thing you have to do if you are approaching this kind of question is what? So you write your data, your given data. So we are given that A, what's our A, the first term, is equal to what? 3, right? What's our D? I told us earlier, either you use 2, the second term minus the first term, the third minus the second, the fourth minus the third. Now, so we have what? T2 minus T1. So we have 5 minus 3, and that's going to be what? 2. That's my D. Now, we are looking for Tn. So my Tn is what? Is unknown. Don't forget our formula. Our formula is Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1D. So we are looking for Tn, the number of tens, and it's given as 10. We must look for that number, the 10th number. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we don't know it. So we must look for that 10th thing now. So we have Tn is equal to A plus, sorry, our A is given here as what? As 3 plus, what's our n? And our n is what? Is the 10th term we are looking for. That is 10 minus 1. And what's our D? We got it to be what? To be 2. 3 plus 9, then 2. We have 3 plus 18. So our 10th term, is what? 21. You may be wondering that why are we doing something like this? If they are giving a question like this, now imagine somebody just walked up to you and the person asks you that find the 100th term of an AP, this and this and this and that. So I'm looking for 100 terms. You can't tell me if you say plus 2 plus 2. It's going to waste your time. That was why we came up with a formula like this. So let's try to look for the 100th term. So let's say B now is what? 100th term. So you may want to press your calculator, please. Alright, so we have the 100th term to be given as, so we have our A already, right? To be 300 minus 1 D, and this is what? Is 2. So our T100 is equal to what? 3 plus 99, then 2. So we have 3 plus 198, and then that's going to give me what? 211. So that's our 100th thing. So this is going to save me time than adding 2 plus 2 plus 2 like that. So let's check another question. So the question here says 16th term of an AP is 93, and its common difference is 6. Find the first term. The first term of the AP and hence calculate the 30th term of the AP. A question like this might be a little confusing, but it is not. It's very, very simple. What we need first, what we need to do is to approach it with understanding. If I'm answering a question like this, I'm going to read it twice. Now, so let's read it twice now. The 16th term of an AP is 93, and its common difference is 6. Find the first term of the AP and hence calculate the 30th term of an AP. Second time, let's read. He said the 16th term of an AP is 93 and its common difference is 6. Find the first term of the AP and hence calculate the 30th term of the AP. Now, our problem will be solved easily if we can derive or bring out all the data we were given. Now, we're going to start with the data given. What were we given? You know, earlier we have been solving for the number of terms and the common difference, but now they have given it to us. You know, another problem now we have is that we don't have the first term, and then we're talking for another term again. That looks confusing, but it is very simple. Now, let's approach it by writing our data. So the 16th term, that's T16, right? Is equal to what? 93. Very simple question. The common difference, which is what? D, is equal to what? 6, right? Our A is what? Unknown. We now have to look for 30th term again. That's serious. That is math for you. Now, so what are we going to do here? Now, we don't have A, but we have D. And we have the 16th term. What do we do then? So what we are going to do first is this. You have to approach the first ones first. They said find the first term. So we have to look for this one first. After we have gotten it, we now look for the 30th term. Let's proceed. Now we have our formulas what? Cn is equal to A plus n minus 1d. They said the 16th term is what? 93. Do you know I can decide to write my 16th term to be T16 is equal to what? A plus 15d. Right? Like we did earlier. But then, let's follow the long route. Let's say our T16 is equal to what? A plus 16 minus 1d. Just follow me. We have 16 is equal to what? A plus 15d. Can you see that? If you can remove, we are removing 1, you will just understand the logic, just the logic. Now, so we're given our common difference with what? To be 6. Now, our T16 is also what? 93. So 93 now is equal to what? A, which is unknown, plus 15. What's our D? Our D is what? 6. So 93 now is equal to A plus 90. So now, in this place, you know, this is simple mathematics. What we do here is that I need this A to stand alone, right? But then that's an entrance. This is what? This is this 90. And there is a bridge here that needs to be crossed. How do we do it? Whatever I do to the right, we do to the left. To the left also. So what do? We remove 90 from both sides. Whatever you do to the right is going to affect the left also. So 93 minus 90 is equal to what? A plus 90 minus 90. So with this now, we'll be able to eliminate 90 from here, and our A is going to stand alone. So 93 minus 90 is going to give me what? 3. And then my answer is what? Is A. Is doing only A. So that means our A, which is the first term, is equal to what? 3. As simple as ABC. So I now have my A. I can write it here that A now is no more unknown. Sorry. A now, or let me now say, our A is now 3. Right? Now let's look for our 30th term. Very simple. So our 30th term, which is what? T30 is going to give us A plus 29D. Right? From the normal logic. So we have T30 to be what? A. What's our A? Because the cost may to be what? 3 plus 29. What's my D? My D is what? 6. So my T30 now is going to be what? 3 plus, this is going to give me 29, 54. This is what? This is 12, 174. So my T30 is 177. As simple as that. So, therefore, this is how to end your questions. A is equal to what? 3. T30 is equal to what? 77. You are writing why you need to state your answers like this, your final answers. So that is that. Let's look at another question very quickly. As you can see that we are advancing. Now, this is a wide question I want us to solve. Anybody that hears wide might be having that fear that wide, but it is very, very simple. You understand the basics. That was why I started with something very simple. So, our question says the fourth term, this is purely English, the fourth term of an AP, the short form of arithmetic progression, is 37, and the sixth term is 12 more than the fourth term. And the first term. Find the first and the seventh term. This is a wide question. Now, I told you earlier, if you are putting questions like this, you need to read it twice. So, the question says the fourth term of an AP is 37. And the sixth term is 12 times more than the fourth term. Find the first and the seventh term. Okay, the second time is now for understanding. The fourth term of an AP is 37. That is definitely, that's been defined already. And the sixth term is 12 more than the fourth term. Find the first and the seventh term. Cheap question. So, what do we do? Write your data. So, given or solution. Given what? What were we given? The fourth term, T4, right? To what? 37. We were now told that the sixth term is 12 more. So that is T6. T6 is what? 12 more than the first term. That's 37 plus 12. Very simple. As simple as that. And that's going to be what? 49. That's all. So, and then we're going to find the first term, A. And then the seventh term, T7. Unknown. And T7 is what? Is unknown. How do we approach this? So, let's define our terms. So we have T4. I told us that T4 is equal to what? A plus 3D, right? And our T6 is A plus 5D. Now, we are going to approach this question in a logical manner. Now, this is different from what we have been doing earlier, so I want you to pay right attention. So now this is what this has been defined as this one is equal to this. But then we need to input the data we're given. So, and then don't forget that we don't have a common difference, and then don't we need the difference in solving this separate thing. Without this difference, we can't know. Now, there is a problem. What's the problem? We have T4, we have T6. T5 is in between, we don't know what it is. So we can't just approach it anyhow. The way we're going to approach it is what we're going to look at now. So we have T4 to this. Don't forget that we have never included this already. So my T4 is equal to what? 37. This is 37, right? This is equal to this, is equal to this. So, and my T6 now is what? 49. It's looking like something you are familiar with, right? We can solve this simultaneously. So, we have, if I'm to approach mine, I'm seeing A here, I'm seeing A here. The best way for me to eliminate them is what? By putting minus, right? And then how do I solve mine? I solve it like this. Some might prefer to use say T2 minus T1, which is still preferable. So you'll be having minus. But either of them is fine, so far you are able to answer. And then we can also approach this with what? With substitution method, but from here it is better and easier to use elimination method to solve this. So now let's say we are using elimination or using elimination method. So we have T2, that is T2 minus T1. I can call this equation 1, I can call this equation 2. So our T2 is what? A plus 5D is equal to what? 59. And T1 is what? A plus 3D is equal to what? 37. So I can subtract. If I subtract this like this, in normal subtraction, this A will cancel A because A minus A is going to be what? 0. So I'm left with 5D and this and this also. So I have 5D minus 3D is equal to what? 49 minus 37. So my 5D minus 3 is going to give me what? 2D. And then this minus this will give me what? 12. So that means we divide both sides by 2. So I have my D to be what? 6. So my D is equal to what? 6. The common difference is what? It's 6. But again, we're not done with the question. So now, do you notice something? The first thing I got was my common difference. But the common difference was not even stated there. That is to let you know that you have to get some things first before you can get other things. Now, so the next thing we want to get now is our A. So now this has been done now. We have achieved this now. We have gotten our common difference to be what? To be 6. So we want to proceed now to get our A. And now is that done, we're going to use substitution method. So let's look for a simpler equation, which is the first one. So I can now say substituting D into equation 1. Substituting D into equation 1. So I have my D to be 6, right? So I have A plus D plus 3D is equal to what? 37. So I have A plus 3 in bracket 6 is equal to what? 37. So my A plus 18 is equal to what? 37. So A, if this crosses to the other side, like we did earlier, so we have 37 minus 18, and that will give me what? To give me, it's going to give me, it's going to give me 19. So my A is what? Is 19. Our A is 19. That means our A has been solved now. Our A has been solved to what? I can write this to what? A is 19. So let's proceed now to the last question here, which says that we look for the 7th term. That is what? T7. So my T7 is what? A plus 6D. Am I right? So my T7, we don't know it yet, but we have been given A to be what? 19. And we have been given D to be what? To be 6. So my A is 19. That's 9 plus 6. What's my D? My D is what? Is 6. So we have T7 is equal to 19 plus 36. My T7 is equal to what? 54. So therefore, A is equal to what? 19. D is equal to what? What's our D? Our D is 6. And then T7, the 7th term is equal to what? 54.